everyone, here's a quick lesson on how I play melodically. I've been asked a lot about how to do this and my approach, so here you go. I'm going to be just playing over an A minor chord, natural minor scale. One of the most important things that I think about, or two of the most important things, is rhythm and melody. With the rhythm, okay, that takes care of obviously the rhythm, but the melody, what I want to understand is the relationship of whatever note that I play, what that sounds like against the chord that I'm playing. So you can play, for instance, if we're playing A minor, natural minor scale, what I want to do is I want to play maybe just a bit of the scale with A in the background. So now I'm just understanding like that's the note A with the note A. That's the note A with the note B. There's a C on top, and I'll play down the scale. Every note. And I want to absorb that relationship that's going on. As soon as I play one note, there isn't a relationship, it's just a note. But the moment I play another one, so here's A and A. Sounds fine, sounds great. Next note. It's one of my favorites. It's got that kind of, it's not tension, but kind of a little bit of tension. Nice tension, maybe, I don't know, call it that. There's our minor third. Fourth. Fifth. Flat six. Flat seven. And back to the root note. So once you understand the relationship, and this takes a while. This isn't just like 2 weeks later. Woo. This is months and years of playing. What you start to do is to understand where you want to go melodically, as opposed to just, I'm going to play the scale and see what happens. So I've got a little loop. It's just an A minor. So I'll practice. I'll pick a few notes. Tension there. So play longer on this note. I don't want to play like maybe I do. It depends on the context, because maybe I want to be dissonant. So let's try a few extra notes. So I'm happy with this one. Sounds good. It's actually the fifth of the chord. I'm going to move up to my favorite note, which is the 9. So the 9 sounds cool. You can stay on it for a bit. No problem. Minor third. So I'm always trying to land or finish my lines on these nice notes. And if I look at the chord shape, well, minor 7, so I've got these two fingers off, I'll get rid of them, barred, and then just 5th string, 7th fret. So I have 1, minor 3, 5, 7, minor 3, 5, 1. So that gives me a bunch of notes in that position that sound good to land on. So let's turn that off. I'm trying to find what the relationship is between the root note, the chord as well, minor or major, and then all of the other notes that you put with it. So if we talk about the arpeggio notes, that's your golden ticket, whatever you want to call it. It's just those 4 notes, the 1, the 3, the 5, the 7. That's your safety zone. All the other notes or color tones, whatever you want to call them, they just give you a different color, but you need to understand how that color works in the context of the song and the chords. So yeah, that's kind of my approach. It's a very quick version. A 4-minute tutorial, 5-minute tutorial isn't gonna go super in depth, but that's the concept behind it. So just even practicing things like if you don't have access to looping or whatever, I used to just practice. I'd hit the low E string, play the high E string, and I play every note, every fret. I'd sit there and I'd play it for long enough to understand what that relationship is. So that's obviously tension. Cool, all right. Not very tense at all. See how some notes want to move and some want to move less and some don't want to move. Like when I play, that sounds fine. It doesn't really need to go anywhere. That sounds kind of like it wants to go there or up. If I play this one, that seems to want to resolve. All right, so, and this is chromatic. I'm not playing E scale or anything. It's just all chromatic. Tension. So if I do that enough times, I start to get an understanding of what the relationship is between the root note and the melody. And then when I put a scale over the top, I can still use any of those other notes. It just depends on what I want to say at the time. If I want to cause tension or do a tension release thing or just be annoying and just play something, I don't know, like... if I want to be like that, cool, I know how to do it. I don't really want to look at a scale and think, oh, I'm not allowed to touch any of these other notes because they're not in the scale. I just want to know what all the other notes that aren't in the scale sound like. So if I want to use them, I can. If I accidentally land on them, I can wiggle my way out of it. One of the biggest things I think of as far as professional musicianship is how you can cover up a mistake. Because we all make them. It's just the better you are at your instrument, the better you are at covering up your mistakes, and the better technique you have and better ear to do that. So I hope that helps in some way. Very quick tutorial, but see how you go. Just get used to these scales. Practice over the top of chords or at least a note. Don't practice scales. Just you're missing out on so much good stuff if you just have, even if I just play that. I'm absorbing something with my ears, the sound, the relationship. I talk about relationship all the time with my students. Anyway, I'm going to go do some work. Hope that was helpful. See you later.